Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying some Vosges chocolates. These were sent to us from Jason in Maryland, so thank you very, very much to Jason. We greatly appreciate this. These are the caramels. They actually call them caramels. It's a gift tube is what they're called, and there's 12 caramels in this collection.
And this is the truffle collection.
So first we're going to start...
Very pretty box, by the way.
Yes, we'll show you all that stuff. But first we're going to try the caramels. So there are 12 caramels in this tube. You have a, this is a pink Himalayan crystal salt and burnt sugar caramelized in 72% cacao dark chocolate.
We'll do that one first?
Sure.
There's 3 flavors in there, that's all I'm asking.
Yes. And then we are going to try a black Hawaiian sea salt. And then lastly, we're going to try a dulce de leche whole milk caramel with dark milk chocolate. So there are those 3 flavors in the, what do they call it, in a tube? In the tube. And 3 pieces are 120 calories. These are made Vosges in Chicago, Illinois. I was going to say, should we just eat?
No, it's fine. I got it. It's just so runny caramel. We're doing it now. That's a nice caramel. You get a lot of the dark chocolate though.
You do get a lot of the dark chocolate, but it's a nice dark chocolate. For me, I love, with dark chocolate in general, any dark chocolate, well, a good quality dark chocolate, I love the thick, crisp edges that it has. And
snappy.
Yes, that's a good word for it, snappy. It does have that snappiness to it. When you have it in your mouth, you're tasting, for me, it was a very, very sweet caramel. And then honestly, the dark chocolate did not settle in until after I had swallowed it. And that's what you're left with mainly, is that dark chocolate flavor. But it's nice, and it doesn't really dry your mouth out at all, I didn't think.
For me, I'm more sensitive to bitter. It was a little bitter, but it's fine. I didn't really get a lot of salt though.
This one is the black salt, black Hawaiian sea salt and burnt sugar and caramel, 72% cacao dark chocolate.
Again, that one's really good. I like the snap of it. I'm not really getting the salt from them, but I mean, they're good caramels, but they're I don't know, I'm missing the salt.
What do you think about the difference between those two?
I like the black one better.
I do too.
Because I like the flavor of the chocolate better, honestly. The caramel, for me, truth be told, I'm just not getting a lot of caramel flavor. That one's smashed. Can I have another one? I'll never recover that one.
Go ahead.
I'll never be able to cut that one.
They, to me, the black salt came across as sweeter. Is it squash too?
Yeah, it's alright.
Well, those were in the bottom of the...
I'll work with it.
There are 2 other ones.
Yeah, that's alright.
Normally you would just pop it in your mouth, but he's wanting to split it. So, I like the black one, the black salt better because it comes across as sweeter. But now, I'll be honest, the chocolate for me, I don't know. I really do like the chocolate and the pink salt as well. This one is the dulce de leche, cooked with whole milk caramel infused with Celtic sea salt and 45% dark milk chocolate.
That one's a sweeter caramel completely. I mean, it's got a completely different flavor. I like the light ones, the light brown tans or whatever. That's my favorite flavor. It's good. It's sweet.
That is a completely different experience than the other 2. Yes, it is. It's all sweet. There's, even though it said dark milk chocolate, there's no underlying bitterness at all.
No.
Although, really to me, I know Kevin got some bitterness because he is sensitive to it. I really didn't get that. I did get just a really nice quality dark chocolate, but it didn't leave a bitterness.
Only the pink one did that. But the pink package was the only one I really got a dark, like bitter dark chocolate flavor. From the other ones, they were fine. But I didn't get a lot of salt from them. I truly didn't.
I didn't either. Yeah, and that I think that was supposed to be the selling point, was the different salts.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, I didn't get salt
No,
from
I would have never known any of them had like salt.
No.
Particularly. They were good caramels, don't get me wrong.
It was chocolate. It was caramel in chocolate is what it was.
Yeah.
There was, the salt was not a highlight of it at all. No.
Because when I eat salted caramel, I want salt.
Right, I do too. I do too, because that's supposed to be, if you add the word salted to it, that's supposed to be the highlight of it. Now, this is a heck of a collection. The artwork on this box is absolutely stunning. And
the chocolates themselves are pretty cool.
The chocolates themselves are cool, yes. So what I did was, this is your cheat sheet. This is your book. They give you this. But they also, this is beautiful, but on the back of this is another cheat sheet which tells you
the layout.
So this is how it looks.
It looks like a solar system or something.
It does. And so I think that's exactly what it's intended to be. So what I did was I went through and I took pictures of everything. So like this scroll, I have unrolled the scroll, and there are going to be pictures at the end of this video. There are close-up pictures of all of this, because if you want to, there is a lot of reading, and I think if you buy this, if you invest the money in this, you're going to want to read everything they give you, and so I have read over it, but I'm not going to read it during this video. We're just going to try the chocolate. But I'm letting you know that they did a wonderful job with the book, and there are beautiful pictures. And then what I like about the book as well is not only do you have your cheat sheet here, like I said, you have one in here.
Like a little description.
And it has a description, yes. So I'm going to be going out of this book, and we're just going to go in the order that they have them in this book. So, and we will talk about the flavors. Instead of me giving you all the flavors and then trying them, I'll just tell you one at a time what we're going to be trying. This is this one right here. We're going to start with that one, yes. The M. Chapoutier is it's a wine. And it is grapes with anise and berries and 72% cacao dark chocolate. And then even on here it says whole berry fermented 72% cacao dark chocolate.
Wow, that tastes like wine. Tell you what, if you like wine, you'll love that. I don't like wine, and I like it. But if you like wine, you'll really like it.
That is much softer than I expected it to be.
Yeah, it's very, very smooth inside.
It's extremely creamy. Because when you look at this, visually, it looks like Kevin's going to be cutting through something solid. It looks like it would be solid to me.
Yeah, and only the outside shell is kind of solid.
It is extremely soft and creamy. It has it does taste like you are, you have a glass of wine, but to me, it's not too strong.
I mean, it's there, but it's
just a nice berry flavor, and that anise was not.
Yeah, I was worried about it being overpowering, but it wasn't.
It's not at all. Not at all. This next one is Black Forest Cherries, and it's
kind of runny inside.
Sour cherries and kirsch. Kirsch is a brandy made from fermented sour cherries, and it has an infusion of pine needles with 72% cacao dark chocolate.
Pine needles.
And so let's see what it says on here. This says sour cherry, pine, 72% cacao dark chocolate.
That one's very soft in the middle, so I kind of have to scoop mine out.
I would have never said Black Forest Cherries.
No.
And I wouldn't have even known. Kevin and I have had a lot of chocolates with Kirsch. I would have known if said
no,
Kirsch.
that doesn't taste like Kirsch.
I do get the cherry.
Yeah, that's really the most flavor you get is cherry. You don't get pine.
No.
It doesn't taste like tree sap or anything.
No, and I think some people might see that and it might turn them off, honestly. But no, it does taste like cherry, but this isn't your chocolate covered cherry or something that you're, you know.
It's different.
It's not your Queen Anne. It's sweet, but honestly, it's a lot of dark chocolate too. You're getting a lot of dark chocolate with the cherry. It's nice. I did not get the Kirsch though, and that's what I expected to be like the forefront flavor. It's very nice.
Yeah. The biggest flavor is cherry.
Okay, the next one we're gonna try, Armenian Apricot, and let's see. I have to find out where it's at. It is right here. Oh, sorry.
If you just point out, I'll grab it.
Armenian Apricot. Apricots with a touch of pink peppercorn and a purse of lemon verbena encased in 36% cacao white chocolate shell.
I'm waiting till you get done talking because I don't want to see her run over.
Oh, no, it's fine. Pink peppercorn, lemon verbena, and this is 36% white chocolate, it says.
Yeah, it almost looks like a pudding inside of it, doesn't it?
Yes.
Apricot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. It does have a very fruity kind of flavor.
It's actually really refreshing.
Yeah, it's nice.
It tastes very fresh. A lot of things would have a artificial candy flavor. This does not have that. This tastes very
like a jam
fresh.
or something.
Yes, that is very nice.
That is good.
I'd say the lemon verbena, it probably has a touch of it in there, but
That's
really
not the standout flavor.
No, the apricot is the standout flavor. This one is the fermented almond.
They have a flat bottom, by the way, if you want to know.
Fermented almond, so it's stone ground almond butter, warm cinnamon, and 45% cacao, deep milk chocolate.
Now this one's firmer in the middle. It's not as runny.
Yeah, cinnamon.
You immediately get cinnamon. That's my favorite one so far. That one's really good. That one almost tastes like a holiday dessert of some kind.
Mm-hmm. No, it really does. And I like it has some little crispies.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that's the almonds, but it could be something else.
It has there's a crispiness to it that it's almost like you're eating a like a snickerdoodle cookie.
Yeah.
But the cinnamon is, I think, stronger and better than in a snickerdoodle.
Yeah, it seems like a very high quality cinnamon. It's not just like the powder that you buy, in the spice rack.
That would be a nice crumble on top of an ice cream or something.
It would.
Because it's so delicious.
Yeah,
that is a standout flavor for sure. This one is the Black Truffle. Madagascar vanilla and 45% deep milk chocolate, raw honey.
I'll let you grab it. This one's a little firmer too. So. Wow. That is a strong flavor.
Mm-hmm.
What's the flavor?
Madagascar vanilla, deep milk chocolate.
I guess that could be just vanilla and chocolate.
I'll be honest. I do not care for that.
It's different.
Mm-hmm. I don't care for that at all, which surprises me.
It almost comes across as alcohol almost of some kind.
It doesn't taste, to me, it doesn't taste like vanilla mixed with honey. It doesn't.
No, it's different.
this is gonna sound terrible. It honestly, it has like a sourness, like a sour milk. And like a milk that,
like a spoiled milk.
yes,
Like
and yes,
I
to
don't
me
get
it
that,
does,
but-
and I just don't care for it. And I'm sure it's just a Tammy thing, an odd thing, but you know, some flavors hit people in different
Yeah,
ways.
yeah.
That's
Just
just
like
how
that caramel, I got a bitterness from it, and you didn't. So, I mean, it's
exactly.
just-
So that one just isn't my thing at all.
I didn't think it was bad. It's not my favorite, but the blue.
That one, yeah, the black truffle, I would not have another one. This is the Mention Lemon. So, Mention Lemon is a less bitter, sweeter variety than the conventional lemon. This has hazelnuts and dark chocolate. So, hazelnut, yes, 62% dark chocolate.
I'm trying to hold them up to kind of see what they look like inside, because I'm not gonna cut the other ones open. Most of them have had just a very dark chocolatey center.
That is very, very floral to me.
I agree. It's not bad for me, but it does come off as very
Yes,
floral
which
kind of
is,
flavor.
well, it says the hazelnuts are perfumed. I think that's probably
Maybe that's what's
where
coming from.
that's coming from. It is very floral, so if you like floral in your food, I don't particularly like floral in my food, so I would not eat that one again. But I did like it more than the black truffle.
That one for me comes through as kind of like almost like a very light wine of some kind.
We're looking, okay, this
The
one.
golden.
This is the Aromatic Cornish Apple, which these are actually, the apples are grown in Cornwall, England. They're an
This one's
old-fashioned apple variety. They have a hint of pineapple, golden juice, and caramelized brown sugar with 45% cacao deep milk chocolate.
It's runny.
It's running.
I like that flavor, but I would never said apple.
It's just caramel.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I've never in a million years would I've said anything about apple in that. I like it though. It's very good.
I do get a hint of apple. What I'm not getting is pineapple. Like
I'm
they
not
said, a
getting
hint of pineapple.
No.
I do get the hint of apple. I get the apple. I get the apple and the caramel. The caramel's very, very sweet. It's a very sweet
It
chocolate.
may be shifting the flavor a little bit for me on the caramel, but it doesn't. I would have never said, "Oh, that's apple."
I think the apple, I think the caramel's
No pineapple.
first. But then I think you definitely get the apple. That is by far the sweetest one we've
It
had.
is. It's very, very sweet.
Yes, that was really, really nice for me. Would you like that one too?
Yeah.
Next we have the Hataruma Black Sugar. So now I have
Assuming
to.
it's that one, isn't it?
Yes.
It's got black sugar on
It's
top
dark.
of it.
Yeah. It has caramel and 62% cacao dark chocolate. It also has a smoky red seaweed. Well, but you might. I think that's the top.
Truth be told, it just tastes like caramel. It's just a sweet caramel to me. It's good. I even get a little bit of the salt in that one.
I do too, which is nice.
Are you saving this really big one for last, I'm assuming?
Yes, but that's just how they have it in the book. I love that one.
That one's good. I really
That
like
is
one
one
too.
of my favorites. That one.
That and the apple and the cinnamon one are my three favorite ones. So
I'm
far.
gonna say that yes, that one, the Hataruma Black Sugar, is gonna be so far. That is my favorite in this collection. That was very
But
delicious.
It tastes like a really good caramel.
It tastes like yes, it's a sweet caramel, ultra sweet caramel with nice chocolate, and that's what it tastes like.
Yeah.
No fancy talk. That's what it tastes
Yep.
like. Next we have the Bronte Pistachio. This is pistachio paired with rare Yaupon, which is a Native American tea with amaretto German marzipan wrapped in cacao dark chocolate.
That one looks different inside.
Marzipan Yaupon tea and 72% dark chocolate.
I'm assuming that's the marzipan, this little disc on the bottom.
You taste the marzipan.
You do. This one. Okay. This one's gonna be. You can't eat that whole thing.
Bet you I could.
That one's good. I do get the marzipan, but it also has that earthy tea kind of.
Yes, it
flavor.
does. That's what it tastes like. It
Yeah.
tastes like
A tea marzipan.
yes, which I don't think we've had before.
No, it's not bad. It's
We've
just
had
different.
like pistachio and
Yeah.
marzipan, but I don't know that we've had tea and marzipan.
Yeah, and pistachio is not one of those flavors I'm absolutely in love with anyway, but that really is not the strongest flavor in there.
No, so yeah, you mainly come away with a very, very dark chocolate and marzipan. That's what
Yeah.
the end is.
I'm waiting
So-
to cut this one because just because it's runny.
Okay. This is Egyptian sesame. It
like
says golden sesame married with toasted Japanese buckwheat tea and thick and silky 45% cacao deep milk chocolate and hazelnuts. Okay, so
I like sesame candy, so
Japanese buckwheat, you get the Piedmont hazelnut, Italian chestnut. I don't think, did it mention chestnut
this
in
is
here?
really
But we have
cool.
chestnut. Yes, it did say chestnut. I just missed it. Italian chestnut and 45% cacao deep milk chocolate. Oh, wow. Okay. So we'll take one
Yeah.
of these.
I'm impressed with how thin the outside shell is on these. You get sesame, which is good. Has that like sesame seed kind of flavor.
It's so silky.
Very smooth, melt on your tongue. Yeah.
As far as the
That's good.
texture goes, that is my favorite one.
It's been a
texturally.
denser texture, like more like a chocolate.
Yes, it is, but it's so silky smooth. That would be nice if we weren't doing the video. That would be nice to lay on your tongue and just let it melt on your tongue.
I like the flavor of the sesame in that.
I
It's
do
really
too.
nice. I've never had sesame and chocolate before. It's really nice.
I think our top ones are going to be about the same. I'm going to say the...
Well, that's one of mine is the sesame. That's be my top like 5.
Well, I was going to name 3.
Okay.
My top 3 would be, because 2 of them are very, very similar. The Hataruma Black Sugar, it was basically the caramel.
Yeah.
And then the Aromatic Cornish Apple was basically caramel, but it did have a little bit of apple to it.
Yeah.
And then third is going to be that one, the Egyptian Sesame.
It would be that one or that the cinnamon one. Either one of those two.
And the cinnamon is delicious. And what sets the cinnamon aside from every other piece in here was it had the little crispiness.
Yeah, everything
to
else
it.
has been really smooth.
Yes, and so that set it aside from everything else. But I think you buy this for someone that you want to have an experience because they really do. You are paying a lot for this.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
I'm thinking, from what I recall, I believe the caramels were $22 for this. If I'm wrong, I apologize, Jason, right now, because Jason ordered it for us. I believe this gift set was right around $100.
Yeah.
It was like $95, $98. I believe it was $100.
Which sounds crazy.
So we just ate $50.
Yeah,
in chocolate.
It sounds crazy for the amount of chocolate you get because I mean you get a Werther's, you're going to get that many chocolates in it.
Right.
But the quality is really, really good, and they're using flavors that are a little bit different. Although I do have to say, sometimes the flavors that they put in there didn't come out.
Right, they didn't come through.
Like
right.
they used an exotic flavor, but it's like I would have never known that was there.
Right.
So that's the only thing. That's my only criticism is sometimes the flavors just didn't come through. But you can't fault them for the amount of time and effort and money they put into packaging of this thing.
Absolutely. And yes, I will absolutely pull this out of here. I haven't even tried to do that. Oh yeah, and I will keep this
Pretty little
box,
box, yeah.
because I think, I didn't even give you the calories for these. 3 pieces were 150 calories. Of course, that's going to depend on the piece because,
that great
you
big
know,
one.
we have
It's how much weight it is.
Exactly, but they're it's VosgesChocolat.com is their website. I think they did an exceptional job with the artwork.
You're paying for,
packaging.
like you said, an experience
It's an
more
experience.
than just the chocolates. You're paying for
Yes.
the whole experience.
So on this channel, we're reviewing the chocolate, and that's why I didn't read everything and go through it. But now I did take pictures. So at the end of this video,
If you want to pause and read everything.
yeah, if you want to see the scroll, it's really cool because it's just neat looking.
And it's this stuff on both sides too.
Yeah, no. There was only one on one side of the scroll, but it was a big long scroll.
Oh, I was thinking there was something on both sides.
You're right.
Yeah, because we flipped it over.
He's right,
Because you
yes.
have one that was up and down and one that was side to side. I thought
He's
it was
right. So one picture is going to be a paragraph. And the pictures at the end don't look like a scroll because I had to take separate
Sections.
pictures because it was so long. But one on one side of the scroll it's just a paragraph, but then you flipped it over, you're right.
And it was like
on the
sections.
other side it's sections.
Yeah.
And so yes, you will see all that at the very end. But this was a wonderful, wonderful Christmas gift from Jason, and we very, very much appreciate it. Definitely something that you can't go and buy at the store. So we hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.